Let's get ready to rumble!
The Bullmastiff, the macho man Randy Savage of the dog world. I don't mean personality-wise, I don't know many wrestlers, I just said that because they pin people down. They were bred to do that to meet some very specific job requirements. The mid to late 19th century saw many vast country estates and game preserves owned by English aristocrats. These estates and preserves would often be the target of poachers. Now, here in America, our first instinct would be to chug a few beers and grab the shotgun out of the baby's room. And yes, the penalties for these poachers was the death sentence. However, if the aristocrats killed the poacher whilst defending their property, then they would have to pay the poacher's family. Imagine if they had that rule in America. So many people would be outraged, especially here in the South. What was an aristocrat to do? These poachers felt if they were going to get the death sentence anyway, might as well die by the gamekeeper's hand and have their families paid. Paying them wasn't an option to the aristocrats. Like Garfunkel and Oates, they found a loophole. They would employ dogs to capture the poachers without killing them. They used both mastiffs and bulldogs. The mastiffs certainly had the power and the right temperament for the job. Unfortunately, they lacked the speed needed to catch the slippery poachers. The bulldogs had the speed to catch up with them. However, bulldogs at the time were too aggressive and were prone to brutally harming the poachers. They chose to breed the dogs together to create a dog fast enough to catch the poacher, big and powerful enough to deter them, and yet calm enough to merely pin them down instead of harming them. They found the perfect ratio to be 60% Mastiff and 40% Bulldog. Just as Bullmastiff fanciers were standardizing the breed, dog shows were beginning to be popular in England. They would gain full AKC recognition in 1933. They are currently ranked 56th in popularity according to the AKC website. They have been owned by a number of celebrities. John D. Rockefeller would use them to guard his estate. One would also be seen in the Rocky franchise. The dog featured in those films was Sylvester Stallone's actual dog, Butkus. Just before he got his iconic role, Stallone had to make the difficult decision to sell Butkus due to some serious financial trouble. Once he got the role and his money was guaranteed, he knew that he had to do everything to get him back. The script had said Rocky had a very scruffy-looking dog, and Stallone knew the perfect actor for the job. He begged the family he sold Butkus to give him back his dog. They had him for about 6 months at this point, so it was a very difficult negotiation. Stallone got Butkus back by saying that they suffered 2 years together, and now they both had a shot to be in a major Hollywood film. After being in 2 movies with his beloved owner, Butkus would unfortunately die of a heart attack in 1981. Stallone had stated in an interview that to this day, Butkus is still his desktop wallpaper. Males are 25 to 27 inches at the withers and weigh 110 to 130 pounds. Females are 24 to 26 inches at the withers and weigh 100 to 120 pounds. They can be much larger, but those weights are ideal because they are supposed to have some speed despite being a giant breed. They may also become overweight easily. Other health concerns include heart problems, hip and elbow dysplasia, hypothyroidism, eye problems, cancer, and bloat. The Bullmastiff has a life expectancy of 7 to 9 years. It is possible for them to live longer than that. The genetic history of the dog and how they are developed are very important to the health of this breed. Another important thing to remember is that Bullmastiffs are a short-faced brachycephalic breed and shouldn't be out in the extreme heat or cold. This breed would do well in an apartment. They only bark to alert, and while they do have a little bit of energy, especially when they're young, they tend to be pretty chill dogs. For best results, give them an appropriate amount of mental stimulation and exercise. Apparently, depending on the shape of the dog's mouth, some Bullmastiffs might not drool constantly, the key word being constantly. They might still drool while drinking water or on a hot day. The Bullmastiff is a Velcro breed that always wants to be near you. When they are about a year old, they eventually figure out on their own that your home is to be protected, and they will start to be much more vigilant. They shed, but not to an unbearable degree. Their coat comes in 3 colors: fawn, brindle, and red. These colors are always accompanied with a black mask on the face. It's interesting that they only come in the same 3 colors as the English Mastiff. I would have thought they would have inherited some coat colors from the Bulldog, because they come in so many coat colors. The brindle-coated dogs were most favored when they protected game preserves because they blended in better at night. Anyway, this breed does very well with kids and other dogs if properly socialized, so they would make an amazing family protector. So would I ever bring one into my home? Sure. I've heard they are a pretty good giant dog breed for beginners. I don't think I'd be getting one anytime soon, but I wouldn't say no to the idea of having one in the future. I don't believe I've ever met a Bullmastiff before. It's possible that I have, and I just didn't ask the owner to confirm it and completely forgot about it. I don't know. I recall a friend from school having one, as well as some other large Mastiff breeds. The Bullmastiff is an amazing, gentle giant, home protector, macho man dog that would do well in an apartment and or with a beginner. I'll end here. Let me know if there's any dog-related topic you'd like for me to talk about. I'm now on YouTube, and you can watch every episode of Speak all in the same place. Most of the people that watch my videos watch them on and off, and so if you're one of those people, check out the playlist I made for it so you don't have to dig through my Instagram page for an episode you want to watch. My channel is called All Good Boss Dog Training. The next episode will be about the Dog de Bordeaux. Leave a comment. I enjoy hearing feedback. Tell me your experience with the Bullmastiff breed. Have a great day, and rest in peace, Macho Man Randy Savage. He might have died for your sins. Oh, yeah.